Alright, what is up guys? We are finally back with the long overdue warm-up map. Now for the past few years you guys have probably been playing my old warm-up map that I've been consistently updating every season till this day. However, I think it is time that we fully upgrade to the new UEFN engine, and I made full use of it in this map, creating all sorts of custom assets, so let's get right into it. Alright, so as soon as you load up into the lobby you will be greeted by the main menu playlist. You guys are probably already familiar with this, and there are actually two new sections which includes equipment and driving. So equipment will be based on whatever the current season's equipment is. So for example, in season 3 the Iron Fist and the Nitro was popular, and whatever new item season 4 brings, you guys can expect to see it in the equipment section as well. Now driving has been a big part of the game lately, so I decided to include that as well. And let's be honest, a lot of you do need the driving practice. But anyways, as usual, you can go ahead and select any of the 10 sections listed here. You can play whichever ones you want. They will just be randomized for you once you click the play button. And all you do is follow the instructions throughout the course. It has pretty much everything you need to warm up, including aim, edits, movement, piece control, and much more. And if you ever lost throughout the course, you can actually find this little guy on the side of the course sometimes, telling you exactly what to do, and you can also hear the tutorial voice if you have it enabled, and that'll also guide you through the course. Now weapons, this is probably the biggest weapon selection I've ever had in my practice maps, apart from the shooting range I just released a couple weeks ago. But in the main menu you will find all the weapons that are being used in the current Battle Royale season, as well as the OG Reload season. But if you want to, pretty much any weapon that has been in the game is available in this armory room. But once you choose your loadout, you can go ahead and use the mod bench if it's available for the weapon. And you can also test out the weapons with this little mini shooting range set up here for you with a couple of options as well. Now you can also customize the target audio if you don't want the original default audio. In my opinion, it's a bit more satisfying to use these for aim scenarios. And if you want to disable it, just click the red X button at the bottom. You also have some global settings like instant reload, first person, and crosshair. I'll probably add more in the future, but those are the three I have for now. And whatever you select there will apply throughout the entire map as well. Now let's move on to our progression system. This map does feature ranks all the way from bronze to unreal, and also all the subdivision ranks as well, such as bronze 2, diamond 3, diamond 1, diamond 2, and so on. And so by using this board right here, you can track your progress and see how far you are from the next rank. And you can also earn tons of XP if you fill these rings, which is just playtime. The more you spend in the map, the more XP you're gonna get, and as well as eliminations. It tops out at 500 eliminations, so you can get XP up until 500 eliminations. Now moving on to the extra game modes, this is like almost an entire new map on its own. And as you can see, it's not even fully complete. I will still be adding more game modes in the future, such as piece control and zero build. And then you guys can give me some suggestions in the comments below as well on what you guys want to see for game modes. But starting off with my new favorite game mode is the close range section. Here you can practice all your shotgun and SMG aim. My personal favorite is probably the flick section, and it's very similar to the crosshair from my previous maps. However, it's just a little bit more advanced, and it's just really satisfying to use the double pump feature in this section. Then apart from that, we also have react, where you have to place your crosshair in the middle and then quickly snap onto the target either on your left or your right. You can also adjust the time so you can make it easy or hard. So in hard mode you will obviously have to react a bit quicker than you would on easy mode. You can also time yourself in any of these sections with this timer here. It'll track your score. You can also reset it. Really nice little feature to keep track of your progress, see how well you're doing. Next we got Frenzy, and this is just a bunch of targets in this 3x3 grid. You could also turn on obstacles if you'd like to make it a bit more realistic. And you can either stand in the front like normal, or you can even stand in the middle for more of a 360 aim scenario. And next you have Bounce, pretty self-explanatory, just a bunch of targets that are bouncing around you. And this one also has a 10 HP option, so you can just one tap them, or a 200 HP option if you want more of a tracking scenario. And those are the four main areas that I have built right now. There will be more coming in the future, so keep an eye out for that. Alright, now this next game mode received a huge overhaul, and that is the edit section. And once you go into the edit section, you will be greeted by a ton of different edits that you can practice. You have your edit ups and downs. You just have the regular straight edits. You can also do edits combined with bots, that way you can practice hitting your shots in between the edits. Then we have edit training over here, which consists of peak training, crosshair training, and wall retakes. There's also this little board right here that you can change the speed. So if you want to practice a bit more in slow-mo until you can work up to regular speed, you can do that as well. Then next we have the free build section. You can also adjust the game speed here too. You can adjust when the build reset. You can also include enemies in here. And that includes the guards that are moving around in the bottom. And you'll also find some sentries located up top that you can build up to and do your like high ground retakes and all that. And this map does support up to 2 players, so you can actually 1v1 your friend in this little 1v1 section. Next we have aim duels. You can customize the map size, you can make the bot a little bit faster. Then you can also see some recommended weapons on the right side there for you guys to use in this scenario. Then next we have tracking. You can practice your horizontal, vertical, or dynamic. You can also enable strafe, which moves your character left and right, making it a bit harder to track, and as well as a distance from the target. Now when you first load into this might seem like a super simple setup, but behind the scenes this is what's going on. There's a bunch of speed pads and vents that are randomly going off all the time in order to randomize the target's movement as best as I can. And I just wanted to show you guys that it's not just as simple as putting an NPC in a box. There's actually a whole lot more that goes into it behind the scenes that you guys don't see at all. And I literally test every single part of my map several times until it's perfect, and I actually think it's useful for practice. Because nowadays there is like literally hundreds of practice maps out there, but a lot of them just kind of throw down random guards and edits for you to do. But I just want you guys to know that there's a lot of time that goes into these maps. I've literally spent over a month building this up, so hopefully you guys enjoyed and find it useful. Go ahead and comment down below or message me on any social media platform, any suggestions or bugs you find while you're playing this map. It's always very appreciated. And make sure you guys drop a favorite and a like on the map, as it'll support it tremendously. And I will also be pushing out tons of more updates to this map in the future, so stay tuned and I'll see you guys in the next one.